Hello everyone, I just want to give you another quick update that I've started on the kitchen, and I've made these cabinets here on the side with hinges, and they open and they close. I'm not really sure if I'm going to use them for storage yet, for lighting, or because they're very narrow, or I may just store tissue in it. I did not put shelving. I may go back and put shelving because I still can put shelving, but this one right here, I've got to put a piece of wood on this side so it doesn't go all the way in like that. And the wood is just going to come along here, this side. That'll keep it from going all the way in at the door. And then I have a counter. I'm trying to see what I did with that countertop. I have a countertop somewhere around here. I'll show you that another day because I have to locate it. I have started on flooring though, and this cabinet, I decided, the pantry, I'm going to do open shelving on that. Excuse the other room, the living room right around the corner there. It's a mess. But yeah, I'm going to do open shelving, and I'm not going to put a whole lot on here. I'm going to put another shelf up here. I don't like clutter, so it'll have some little knickknacks. I'm going to make some, like, probably starfish or something, like things that are kind of the ideas to the house, kind of beachy or kitcheny. That's also going to go on the shelf. But as you can see, I'm trying to get this to go around, and I'm gonna try and see if I can spin it a little bit more so you can see more of the shelving from the other window. But I have started on the floor. On the floor, what I'm doing is, let's see if I can get this phone to go down. What I'm doing is I'm staggering the floor, the sticks, and as I need to, I notch it when I come to corners like this on the door where it comes out because of the molding. And you can see that I did that also, like under, let me get this to turn, under the shelving. I had to do some notching right back there too. So this is the start, like I said, of the flooring. And all I do pretty much is use one of my favorite tools. I love this tool. This is so cool. And I still have new blades. I'm really trying my best to use these until I wear them out. I do try and sharpen them just to have longevity instead of constantly replacing them with the new, just because I do have a couple more new pairs in the box. But this is what I use. And this one right here, as you can see, is already lined up. What I do is make sure that it's going up against the wall, and I'm staggering them. So I have a line here on that one, and then one closer in here. So this stick comes all the way to the end before a line occurs, and that is keeping everything more binded, because you never put flooring down and just put it straight across the lines, because if you do the line straight across, the flooring is going to come up. You need to stagger it. And so I am going to make my mark here. I think you can see that. And then I'm going to take this stick here, and what I always try and do, let me see if I can bring it around and show you. What I try to do always is, when I'm cutting, bring it really flat against these edges here, these little plates. I think you could see that. Let me see, hold on. Maybe lift it up a little bit more. But I try to bring it flat against the plates, the piece of wood, flat against those two little plates right here on both sides. There's one on each side. And of course I have the pencil line think you can see that. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. But you got to see it as well as me. Hold on. This camera is so weird at times. Sometimes it works perfectly and then other times not. All right, let me see if I can get this where you can see the line. Okay, there we go. That's the pencil line. Okay, so I put the pencil line down. It always has to be down the middle of the blade. Okay, and that's the ceiling the stick is scraping up against in the Dollhouse. But basically, the pencil line is underneath this middle blade here. And again, the two plates, one on this side, one on the other, the wood is up against. So once I do get it lined up where the pencil line, the blade is over the pencil line, and then I go down and I cut it. Then let's go back and install this piece. So you guys can, well, actually, it'll be the longer piece. And let's see if that'll fit. Yep, that fits perfectly. Goes all the way up. I don't, if it doesn't, I have to cut another because I don't want the gap. I think that's great though. Let's see, let's look at the lighting. Yeah, it's looking like it's flush to me. It's not shifting or anything. Okay, so let's glue that piece down entirely. And like I told you before, I love to use the Gorilla Glue. And this is what I use from Home Depot. And I love it. Really, really good brand. Excellent. It is superb. I will tell you though, when you're using it, make sure that you more than likely know for sure that when you put the piece down that you want it to be there, because once it dries, it is extremely hard to get pried off, especially if you use a whole lot. You are going to have trouble, and you may, if it's wood or whatever you glue down, you might actually end up breaking it. So you want to be careful that you know that that's where you want it to go. Let me get a Q-tip. And this is also another part. I'm talking kind of low because it's late and I don't want to wake anybody up. I have time to do this and I want to do more work, and it's just fun and it's peaceful. So, but anyways, I always go over it with the Q-tip to make sure that I get the glue off. And I do have a bucket of water with a little bit of soap and a towel, because that way I can keep my hands free as well, because whenever I'm doing the flooring, especially even in real life, if you're doing flooring, you want to sweep, you want to vacuum, you want to dust mop, whatever you need to do to make sure that it's nothing underneath, because once you lay down the tile or the wood, you don't want it sitting on top of a bubble or a piece of glue. So you want to always keep the areas clean, very clean. Okay, so I'm looking here. This is a line here, and I only put 2 pieces down. Get that off of there. So what I'm going to do, because what I try to do when I stagger is I want my line to be more like midways. I mean, I could start back here, but that's going to get me, the line is going to be pretty close. They're actually going to be very close together. So I need to go back a little further. See how that is. So I don't really like that because the line is crossing here on this new stick. I really want it to be more midways because I believe that's going to give it more support, more balance. So I am going to glue this stick here because now the line is coming across right here, and as you can see, we got half, we got another half. So hold on, I am going to, and when I glue, I just want you to know, oops, sorry, when I do put the glue on, I tend to put the glue at the very edges because when I get ready to stick another piece of stick, or not piece of stick, but another stick to it, the edges also, I want to make sure that the edges are gonna be glued. And let's see here, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm getting glue everywhere right now, sorry about that, but of course, like I said, clean that up and press it down. Then I have a piece of paper towel also right here. I wipe my fingers and grab a Q-tip that's not too messy and begin to tidy it up a little bit more. And while I'm tidying it up, I'm pressing in just so the stick goes more closer in to the other sticks. And I don't have a huge gap and everything is looking very uniform. So let's see, get a little bit more light if I can, so you can see, I hope, a lot better. All right, and so now I've got some shorter sticks back here, and I'm going to see if I can actually use them, if they'll settle in. That one is pretty close, and it's the shortest one I have, so I only have to cut probably that much off. Okay, so here we go, using the tool again, and I'm just going to make that little small cut that I showed you. Put the tube back, and let's see if I can just drop it, because I don't want to push. Then, because if I push, I'll be pushing the sticks up. So I gotta cut a little bit more. I need it basically to just drop, fall down, and that way I know it's gonna be more flush, just like that. It just basically just easily fell down. And again, excess glue, we want to make sure that we keep that off of the floor, that is not tiled or not put when you're not putting wood on it, because the glue will dry and it'll be lumpy bumpy, which is not a good look. Uniformity is always good, and it just carries more of a better look when you have uniformity, and it just all the way around. Okay, so I got this little piece up here, then I've got this stick here, and so now I need to find a piece for here. Let's see what I've got here on the back end that might fit. Oh, that's almost perfect, but not enough because I got this gap. I think you guys could see this gap right here. So what else do I have that I can use without going into my new sticks that you see all over here? So let's see, I'm gonna have to cut this. And the wonderful thing about doing a wood floor like this, and I'm gonna use Mod Podge too once I'm done, just to gloss over it and also give more support to it sticking. And so I'm just, let's see, I think you could see that. I'm making a line right there, And I'm trying to make sure I'm as even as possible with the rest of the cuts. Because, again, uniformity is a huge thing for me. I guess it goes along with the ideal of me not liking clutter either. But right now, I can't. Yeah, I've got clutter because I'm really on this and I'm really loving getting this time to get a lot of work done. First, I was going to do like a paper floor that had the herringbone look, but I kept looking at it and I thought, no, this is not looking like what I want it to look like. So just something was off and it just wasn't sitting with me well. And when that happens, if I'm struggling with it, then that's a problem, because it's either I don't need to do that or I need to make some adjustments because it's not exactly what I need. So, all right, so we got that one, that piece down. Yeah, and it's not bad. It's not bad. So I'll wipe that with my finger. And again, that push it, make sure it's on there. I'm gonna grab my washcloth here with a little bit of soap and water, damp, and wipe my fingers because I don't want to get in the habit when I'm doing this floor either of rolling the glue off my fingers, because again, that's not a good idea. Then I'm gonna have particles, which I don't want on this floor. And so yeah, that piece is stuck. But I'm gonna get back with you another time because, as you can see, I got a whole floor still left to do. But it's looking great. It's off. I mean, it's like, wow, I'm amazed. Just looking at it, it's really looking great. So what I want to do, let me pull back some of these lights that I got here to give you guys a better look. Now I'm gonna try to come around. I'm gonna move these lights. Got too many lights. And I'm gonna look through the window, the side window. This is gonna be a bay window, this downstairs kitchen window. And you can see through that window, all the way over, you can see the shelving and how the floor looks underneath. Let's see, yep. So you can see how that's looking. In that center, between the cabinets, the cabinet space I just left, I am not sure. I'm thinking I'm going to wood panel that up, and I'm probably going to make some type of flower pot and just have flowers underneath there because that's the kitchen. And I like open designs, period. And so I think this is going to be quite unique. And I am going to do that. Of course, later I could change it if I want. Heck, life is about change. But it's good when you can make good changes for the better. Okay? So, and doing things for the better, it's just all around a good thing, not just for you, but the people around you. But anyways, you can see the flooring also from this side. And you can see the lines even a lot better from this side. And it is looking fabulous. And I'm not just boasting. I'm not saying it because I did it, but because heck, I'm surprised that I can do it. But it is. And I hope you guys think it looks fabulous. And yeah, I'm hoping that this is something that you guys will want to do. I'm going to probably do one more tile of wood. I'm going to move some of this stuff to the left of the camera. But I'm going to probably do one more tile so you guys can see more. But let me see too if I can move this light back. I got too many lights here, as I said. Let me see if I could get this house to turn more so you can see through the kitchen window without knocking stuff off, because I got a lot of stuff on this table right now I'm working with. Okay, so this is the kitchen window, and let's see here. And you can't really, you can see a little bit, but I don't know. Can you see that? Yeah. Okay, so that's the kitchen window outside where the flower boxes are. I think that looks pretty cool. I mean, looking in, you see the shelf and the water bottles. I think it looks pretty cool. And I was focused on the glass part of the window, not exactly what I was trying to get to. Now let's see if I can look through the door. And can we? Oh, okay. So you can kind of see a little bit. It's a glare from the light. And never mind that paint. I know it's white paint around here, but that's going to be touched up. That's from when I painted the inside of the door. But there you can see the side of that cabinet, or that shelf. And I wouldn't say cabinet, a shelf. You can see the side of that shelf, and then you can see the tops of the counter, where the countertop is gonna go. You can see that for the cabinets when I'm turning it just slightly. And from this angle, let's see if we can get it again. Yeah, so that's how it's looking, the flooring, everything from the outside of the Dollhouse. And I hope you guys like it. So let me come back around, move some more lights. Got lights everywhere. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna spin this around. All right, so we're back at the floor. Let me get the lights back to where I need them to be. All right, and get you guys seeing a lot more clear. Okay, all right, so here we have, let's see, a line here and a line down here. Okay, it's 3 sticks. It is one short one right there, and then a long one here, the line, and another one. So what I want to do, because I've got this really short stick down here and the line down here, is going to cause me to have an easy start. So love the wood. I think I'm going to use that. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is, like I told you guys, I am going to glue from the back of the stick all the way to the very edge, and then back the stick to the very edge. The reason why is because when I do put the other stick, I really need it to grasp the other one. And I don't want to actually have to run the glue across, because I'm trying to really minimize the amount of glue that I put on top of this floor, because I love the feel of the wood, and I don't want to have to go off pulling all this glue that's stuck on the top. I'm going to go over this, as I said, with Mod Podge. So yeah, so let me glue this one stick for you guys, and then I'm going to call it quits for a little bit while, well, a little while, not long. I'm trying to really show you guys more of how I'm doing this work, so you can, if you don't already know, you can learn something maybe that might add to your unique style and creativity. So there we go. I'm going to stick this down here, and again press down all the way from top to bottom, and making sure, let me get this light, making sure that it is pressed up against the other sticks. Move these out the way. I don't want glue everywhere. And then I'm going to get a cotton ball that is not too glued, covered with glue, I'll put it that way. And I'm going to bring the cotton ball along the side, just tidy it up a little bit more. I got glue here, but that's not a big deal. I'm going to leave that. And again, if my hands get too mucky, put that way, I don't know if that's a word, but if I find I got too much glue basically on my fingers, on my phalanges. I think that's what they're called. Then I'm gonna just wipe them with my damp cloth with the soap and water, because like I said, I don't want to make the mistake of doing this, because I'm good at doing that, and then I got all this. So yeah, but I'm gonna call it quits as far as videoing right now, but I'm going to get back with you guys and upload some more videos, because I'm going to paint the toilet, and that's going to be a separate video by itself. And I'm going to paint the toilet this time with, okay, white nail polish from Walmart's. It's supposed to have a high gloss. We're going to see what's going to happen with this toilet, okay? So, anyways, just let you know what's coming. Well, some of this stuff that's coming, because you know, I could change my mind and do something totally different. It just depends on the day. But I will talk to you guys later, and God bless. Bye.